In the swirling, chaotic world of Stranger Things, a place filled with government conspiracies, psychic powers, and monsters from another dimension, it is easy to be dazzled by the loudest voices and the biggest heroes. We cheer for Eleven as she raises her hand to stop a van, or for Chief Hopper as he punches his way through a problem. Yet, in the quiet corners of this story, often shrouded in the literal and figurative darkness of the woods or a dimly lit room, stands Jonathan Byers. A character whose profound impact is not shouted but whispered. His story is a masterclass in the power of non-verbal communication and an unwavering, bone-deep loyalty that redefines what it means to be strong. To understand Jonathan is to learn to listen with your eyes and to feel the weight of actions that speak far louder than any grand speech ever could. From the very first episode, Jonathan is established not through dialogue but through observation. He is the watcher, the guardian on the periphery. While other characters rush into action with plans and weapons, Jonathan's first and most powerful tool is his camera. The lens is an extension of his quiet nature. It allows him to engage with the world from a safe distance, to frame it, to understand it in pieces. He doesn't just take pictures, he sees. He notices the small, torn piece of his missing brother Will's poster, the quiet disturbance in the otherwise ordinary fabric of Hawkins. This attentiveness is his superpower. When Nancy is too swept up in her own world to see the danger of the Demogorgon, Jonathan has already seen it, captured it in fleeting glimpses on film. His communication is in the development of those photographs, in the careful way he lays out the evidence not to accuse, but to reveal a terrifying truth. He speaks through the evidence he compiles, a silent detective piecing together a puzzle too horrible for words. This non-verbal language extends to his every interaction. His face, often serious and etched with worry, tells a story of its own. We see the flicker of pain when he hears his parents fighting, the deep, consuming fear for Will that tightens his jaw, and the gentle, almost shy softening of his eyes when he looks at Nancy or connects with his brother. He expresses care through mundane, tangible acts. He makes breakfast for his mother when she is lost in her grief, the simple sizzle of eggs in a pan speaking volumes about his role as the de facto adult in a crumbling household. He meticulously repairs the broken porch light, a silent promise to keep the darkness at bay, both the real and the metaphorical. His love is not proclaimed, it is repaired, cooked, and quietly offered. His loyalty is the engine of his entire character, a fierce and stubborn force that directs all his actions. This loyalty is not the simple, cheerful kind seen between friends at the lunch table. It is a heavy, burdensome, and beautiful thing, forged in the fire of a difficult life. His loyalty to Will is absolute and instinctual. While the town searches with sirens and crowds, Jonathan searches alone, with a flashlight and a desperate, screaming heart. He doesn't need to say, "I will find my brother." He simply never stops looking, traversing the eerie woods and later, the very edges of the Upside Down itself. Driven by a bond that needs no explanation, his loyalty extends to Nancy, but in a uniquely Jonathan way. He doesn't try to swoop in as a traditional hero. Instead, he meets her in her pain and anger. When she wants to hunt the Demogorgon, he doesn't tell her it's too dangerous. He arms himself with a camera and a bat nailed with nails and stands beside her. His loyalty here is partnership, a silent agreement that her quest is valid and he will share the burden. He is loyal even to his deeply flawed mother, Joyce, never blaming her for the chaos of their lives, but instead standing as her rock, his presence a steadying hand amidst her frantic energy. Perhaps the most powerful testament to his quiet strength is his relationship with his brother Will. Especially after Will's return from the Upside Down. While others see Will as back to normal, Jonathan sees the lingering trauma. He communicates through shared silence, through the simple act of sitting with him, of putting on a song they both love. He doesn't force conversation or false cheer. In the second season, when Will is possessed by the Mind Flayer, Jonathan's primary mode of communication becomes physical touch, a hand on the shoulder, a fierce hug, holding him down not to hurt him, but to ground him, to tether him to reality when his mind is being stolen. He is speaking the only language that can reach his brother in that moment, the language of steadfast, physical presence. His journey is one of a quiet person learning that his quietness is not a weakness but a different kind of strength, and that his voice, when he chooses to use it, matters. We see him slowly emerge from the shadows, not to become a loud, charismatic leader, but to become a more confident version of his observant, loyal self. He stands up to the bullies, not with fists first, but with defiant words. He pursues his passion for photography, turning his tool of observation into a craft. He builds a relationship with Nancy based on profound mutual understanding, where they communicate in glances and small touches as much as in words. He becomes the emotional core of his family, the steady heartbeat in a home that has known so much panic. In the end, Jonathan Byers teaches us that heroism has many dialects. Some heroes announce themselves with a bang, Jonathan's heroism is a sustained, low hum. It is in the patience to listen, the courage to see what others ignore, and the fortitude to stand by someone through unimaginable darkness without ever needing to give a pep talk. His story tells us that you don't need powers to be powerful. Sometimes, power is in the quiet click of a camera capturing the truth, in the relentless search through the cold night, in the simple act of making a grilled cheese sandwich for a traumatized sibling. His loyalty is his compass, and his non-verbal communication is his native tongue, a language of action, of perceptive looks, and of a love so deep and real that it doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. It is, instead, whispered through every choice he makes, making Jonathan Byers one of the most authentic and resonant hearts of the entire Stranger Things saga, a quiet monument to the strength found in simply showing up again and again for the people you love.